Call yourself a guitar player as soon as possible. Now, I'm not saying pick up the guitar, play it for a week, and then say that you're a guitarist. No, okay? I'm personally someone who, when I start a hobby, I like to start it in secret. I don't like to talk about it with my friends or my family until it becomes a habit, and I know that it's something that I'm committed to doing. I know my reasons behind it. I've proved myself by putting time and effort, and I fully believe and I have evidence to support that I will continue this hobby. Now, guitar was one of those hobbies, and I learned it on my own in the beginning. Don't get me wrong. Later, I had help from friends, and well, yeah, just friends. Other than that, I was just YouTube. I never took lessons or anything. But yeah, in the beginning, I kept it to myself, and I grinded at it on my own time. Now, at what point can you call yourself a guitarist? Is it when you're able to play your first song? Well, you learn your first song and you feel good about it, but then you're like, well, I didn't do the solo of the song, or there's like millions of songs way harder than this. I can't play. I can't do song suggestions if someone throws song suggestions at me. There's always going to be another reason or another layer that you can learn in guitar. Okay, so call yourself a guitarist as soon as you can. And I would say whenever whenever you pick up the basics, so the chord shapes, you learn some riffs, maybe a tiny bit of music theory, you're pretty good with tempo. Okay, you can call yourself a guitarist. Why is it so important to call yourself a guitarist? Because then you feel more confident about it. And if you feel confident about it, what happens? You put yourself out there more. Okay, so you tell your friends about it. They're like, oh, he plays guitar. Okay, and since they're throwing that label around, you're like, oh, I gotta kind of prove this. So you keep practicing. You know, to call yourself a guitarist and to be confident about it also means that when you're meeting new people, and when you're talking about your hobbies, you can say, yeah, I play guitar. Now, when I played guitar for a while, and it took me a while to say confidently, yes, I play guitar. Man, it took a while. I remember being asked if I can play, and I was like, yeah, I can. I'm okay. And they're like, what do you do? Like, you played for so long. What do you mean you're okay? And I'm like, yeah, well, I guess you're right. Okay, so, and another thing is make music. Make your own music as soon as you can. Because if you're always doing covers, again, there's always gonna be harder covers. But if you're gonna make your own music, it's like you're using this instrument to express yourself. Yes, you can play guitar. You're a guitarist. Full stop. Doesn't mean it has to be complicated. It doesn't mean it needs to be something that nobody else can play. No, you made it. You expressed yourself with this instrument. You can play guitar. So as soon as you can, call yourself a guitarist.